Welcome back, everyone. It's very nice to see you again. Yeah, we're on streaming now. Perfect. Now, first thing I want to know is I sent you a lot of things, especially for the person. I don't know whether it was one person or two people who wanted to do the C1 exam. Because they can try and see what's the listening like, the reading, the writing, and so on and so on. But then I thought, I'm like a stalker. I don't want to go to stalk people so much. So I absolutely need to know if you want one listening 5-6 minutes per day, or if you change your mind and you want only something, I don't know, tell me what to do, because I don't want to be considered a stalker. So what's good for you? Who wants one listening per day? Please raise your hands. Sandra, Emanuele, Federica.
Yeah, me too.
Monica, yes. Okay.
Me.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. You know what you could do? You could chat to me personally in my private chat and say, please send me one listening per day. Hi, Zafiro. Now we can see you.
Okay.
Because I don't want to, to become an obsession. Oh, no, again. Oh, no, stop. But this week I sent you a lot of material because of all the listenings from the British Council and Cambridge and so on. But that's done. It won't be like that all weeks. So now there will be only the listening exercises. But yes, please tell me who wants them, because I don't want to, to be too obsessive. Anyway, then second point, most of you wanted to talk, to have the possibility to talk. So looking at the examples from the Cambridge exam, C1 exam, okay, the first part I told you it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, because you work in couples in which you have to talk about yourselves. And we saw that last time. The second part is you are given 3 photos. You have to choose 2 of them and talk about them for about, I don't know, 2-3 minutes, comparing them, and not what's represented in them, but also the emotions they convey, what you think is happening, and these kind of things. You have to kind of, I don't know, make deductions and, this kind of things. So, shall we try this? Is it okay for you? Right. So, in this case, now, they would probably go on Google. They would probably go on Google Images, but I don't want to do that because I'm not sure they are free copyright. So I'm going to a site like Pexels, whose images are copyright free, because being on streaming, okay, people doing activities together, for example. Let's see what comes out. Right, so which pictures do you want to take? Is the first one okay? Let's take this one.
Okay.
Copy image. What's this? Okay, we can do it at the end.
C'è qualcuno ancora qua?
Io.
Okay. One. Okay, so this is one now. Let's take another one now. Where were we? Tell me which one you want. Do you want this one? Which one would you like? Nobody tells me anything?
And we are looking at the pictures.
Yes.
Like.
But are we supposed to compare the two pictures?
Yes. You are given 3 pictures. You have to choose 2 of them and compare them. Talk about them. There are some more on this side. Would you like this one? Or
Yes.
maybe
Yes, I
the
like
children? Or
I
maybe these people?
Now take the one with the 2 girls sitting. Yeah, that one.
Okay. The camping. Wait. What's this? Copy imagine. Where was the? Uh-oh. Here it was. Okay, shall we take these 2 or shall we put a 3rd one and you decide which one to talk about?
The two little guys.
The children, yes.
Yeah.
The 2 little children. Where were we? Oh my God, I got lost. How did I? Oh, there it is. The 2 children, yes. No, I don't want to save it. Sorry. Copy. Imagine. Okay. So here we are. Okay, so let's say we have these 3 images. Who wants to start? You have to compare them. So we'll see all the words to compare them and see the emotions they convey and so on and so on. So who wants to start? Tiziana, because maybe then she has to go.
Why me? Okay.
Because at 6 o'clock you have to go home.
Yes, I know it. But I can come back into the conversation again later.
Yeah, but we'll be doing something else later on. Okay, anyway, whoever wants it.
Can I ask you, please? Can I ask you to enlarge the pictures because
to make them which ones? First of all, tell me the 2 you want.
That
the 2
one
ones
I want.
you want.
Is that the first one?
This one?
Yes.
Then?
And after the second, the 3rd one, yes, this one.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. So we don't need this one. But if I make them too large,
just to clear the details, because otherwise
we don't need this one then. Right.
Okay,
so these are the 2 pictures. Right. So what would you say?
should I
We can also say something all together, 1 sentence each if you want to, no problems.
just are you asking me to describe the pictures, right? Just describing.
Not only. You will be given 2 pictures and you will have to talk about them. So the first thing you need to do is to describe them very briefly though.
Okay. In the first one, there are 2 people enjoying the snow and their dog, probably, yes. And and in the second picture, there are 2 friends that are spending nice time together.
Yes. Okay, this is supposed to be a couple.
Yes.
So you try to, make, how can I say, guess something. So there are two people, probably a couple, because they appreciate if you make, deductions, this kind of things. Probably a couple enjoying the snow with their two dogs. In the second one, there are two friends enjoying, some time out together. Okay, right.
Okay. Now.
Who wants to go on? If somebody wants to go on,
can I?
Yes, please, yes.
Okay, both pictures are in the nature. I mean, the first feeling that I get is that these people are enjoying nature.
Yes.
On the first picture, it is winter. Okay, in the other picture, it looks like it is fall, autumn. But there is this feeling of peacefulness. I mean, the two friends sitting together and enjoying time. And another feeling that I get is that it's like they are taking a break from a busy life. You get this sensation, this feeling of having time just to enjoy.
Okay, perfect. Yes. So you could contrapose them better, to make them opposite. So in both pictures, blah, 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 even if while on the first it's winter time, on the second it looks fall, autumn. Okay. So, because they like juxtaposition, they like you to make juxtaposition. Yes, perfect. Somebody else wants to say something? So they give you a sense of peacefulness, happiness, relaxation, these kind of things.
Yes.
Okay, what else?
The second.
The first, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I already spoke. I already spoken, so it's okay.
Okay. The first one, in the first images, there is like a romantic atmosphere. They looks like a couple in a romantic trip. In the other one, the two girls looks like two friends that it's long time that can't spend sometimes together, and they are enjoying these like a woman break. I don't know how to say in English.
Okay,
but like a time.
Maria Pia, I have a question. Okay, are we doing for the exam? Are we doing this thing with another student?
Yes, there will be another student, but
okay, so
you will have to talk about your two pictures for something like 2-3 minutes, and then he or she will have to talk about their pictures.
Oh, we have different pictures.
Yes, you'll have completely different pictures.
Oh, okay.
Then he or she will ask a question to you about your pictures, and you will have to ask a question to them about their pictures.
Oh, so, I thought that the pictures were in common, and we were supposed to say things.
No, okay. You will have your 3 pictures to choose from, and he or she will have their 3 pictures to choose from.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, perfect. So you have to practice this a little bit, because you have to speak to be able to speak for a couple of minutes. So you don't have to stay, like this for a long time. So whoever wants to make the exam, they have to practice speaking, so take pictures, go on Google Images or wherever, Pexel or wherever you want to, take a couple of pictures and start maybe writing or talking about them. Okay.
Should we, Maria Pia, sorry, should we also compare the picture and considering
Yes.
what both pictures have in common?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Details in common.
Common, and why they are different in what they are different. For example, yes.
I don't understand one thing. I mean, if we have 3 pictures and we choose 2 and we are supposed to discuss only 2 pictures,
Yes.
Can't we somehow during those 2 or 3 minutes relate to the 3rd picture? I mean, why do I have to leave a 3rd picture out?
I don't know. It's probably because in case you are given a picture, you don't know what to talk about, you're given the possibility to choose the ones you like. But once you have taken 2, you have to talk about those 2. The 3rd one, forget about it. It's not part of the exam anymore. Right. So what else can we say?
Well,
Sorry. Oops.
Sorry.
I can see in the first pictures that there are 2 dogs. One is really expensive, and this is the one that is sitting. And the second one, I think, is not so expensive. Maybe he's a rescue, and he's looking in a very jealous way. The one expensive that is sit with the 2.
So you are giving the impression that they are cuddling the more expensive dog and forgetting a little bit about the other one.
Yes, and also I think that in the second pictures, the boyfriend of the 2 ladies are really near. They are fishing. There is maybe a lake, or I don't know.
Could be, but why? Could be, but it could be, but why do you think so?
Because I think that 2 ladies
cannot light a fire by themselves.
Maybe.
Oh, come on.
Maybe.
Why not? They're very good at lighting fires.
They have a thermos with coffee or maybe tea, and that came from the city, maybe. But the fire.
Well, maybe
strange.
Maybe it's the location. I mean, not the fire, but the location. I mean, 2 young lady alone in a wood or something like that with a fire.
It's a very quiet place.
Yeah.
It looks a very quiet place, not dangerous.
Well, who knows?
Okay, we could discuss about all these that you said, but I accept it, of course.
Their dress are not for the ladies' dress are not a good idea to stay in the boots. Okay, they haven't got any boots, no.
Here. But it's autumn and the grass is low. I don't know. Anyway, it's okay. It's okay. Whatever you say is okay as long as you speak and you make correct sentences. That's important. All the rest is okay. Yes. Emanuele, did you want to say something?
Well, just to talk and to say some
yes, please.
Some words, some sentences. The two people in the first picture are maybe older than the other 2 girls, and they are sitting. I don't know how to say. They are sitting in a swing chair, on a swing chair. And while the 2 girls are sitting on the ground. The 2 girls are enjoying their tea time. And maybe they are in front of their wood house.
could be cottage. A cottage in the nearby could be.
Okay.
Yes, why not? Everything could be, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, something else?
I'd like to add detail. Something I noticed that is that nowadays it is quite hard to see people relaxing like this, even drinking some hot tea somewhere in the woods and so on, because we are overloaded by mobiles and by other stimulus that are not such kind of kindness you can taste. I can see they are very enjoying their time together like human beings.
Yes.
It's very nice.
Okay.
In fact, it's not a recent picture. Probably it was 20, 30 years ago.
Oh my God, that's very sad to say, but it's a good idea. Yes, it's a good point you made. It's probably an old picture because it's difficult to see people talking like this today because everybody has got the mobiles and various devices. And yes, they tend not to have to enjoy the company of each other in this way. Yes.
Could we say we are overloaded by?
Yes, we are overloaded. Perfect. Yes, yes. You can also think about the sensations they may, for example, this man will probably have his bottom all wet by the time he gets up because no protection against the snow on the swing, if you notice. It must be cold, but they are prepared. They're, they wear warm clothes. They are prepared for the cold. And of course, even if, of course, this small doggy, I'm not sure it's really enjoying the cold because it's a small dog not used to the cold. While on the contrary, this looks like a husky, and of course, it loves cold weather. They are probably near a, what is it, a ski track, a cross-country ski track, probably, in the middle of a woodland, in the middle of a forest. Yes, you can also talk about an experience you had in the middle of the snow or in the middle of the forest with friends. For example, I remember when I was young, we often went out to light a fire and talk together, maybe play some music. Somebody brought a guitar, we sang songs, these kind of things. Even if nowadays it's becoming more and more difficult to see scenes like this. Yes, whatever you want to, okay? But be prepared to talk, because that's what you'll be asked to do at the exam. Right. Now, let's do another thing. Let's do another thing. Let's write a couple of sentences we told together. Okay, let's write a couple of sentences about the two pictures. Who wants to tell me something? Something we have already said? Qualcosa che abbiamo già detto? Somebody doesn't want to... I can't remember. Allora, in both pictures, there are people enjoying their time out. However, in the first picture, it's winter time. In the second picture, it's probably Oh, vabbè, ho sbagliato a scrivere the. Vabbè, ok. Ok, right. Now, what I would like you to do is, you can work in couples if you want to, in groups if you want to, if it's better for you, or you can work singularly, you tell me. I want you to say exactly the same things with completely different words. And to do so, you can use a very useful website, which is Word Hippo. Word Hippo, hippo for hippopotamus. Here it is, Word Hippo. You can write your word here, and you can find synonyms, antonyms, the definitions, rhymes, and so on. Okay? So, for example, in both pictures, let's change the word pictures. Picture, and let's see what other word we could use. Portrait, sketch, drawing, illustration, painting, image, blah, blah. There are various possibilities. You see, photograph, okay. Synonyms in case it's a painting or drawing. Synonyms in case it's a photograph. Synonyms in case it's an impression formed from written literature. Okay, so these are all the understanding of a concept or idea. Picture in the meaning of understanding of a concept or of an idea. Okay, so you can go and work Hippo.
Excuse me.
Tiziana, could you please switch off the microphone?
Tiziana, yeah. Switch the microphone off.
Yes.
Dana.
Or please, Maria Pia, mute her if you can.
Tiziana, yes.
Yes, I'm going home, so.
Okay, right. Thank you, Manuela. Yes. So using word hippo, which I find very, very useful, please say the same things in a completely different way. Do you want to work in groups or do you want to work alone? What would you prefer?
In
Groups.
Alone? Okay. You work alone. 5 minutes. 5 minutes time.
Can you repeat the task, please?
Yes, you have to say the same things. In both pictures, there are people enjoying their time out. However, in the first picture, it's winter time. In the second picture, it's probably fall, autumn.
Okay.
Same idea in completely different words.
Maria Pia,
Yes.
do we have to write in the chat then the rest?
If you want to, yes, could be a good
Okay.
idea. Yes, please do. Yes, write it in the chat, so then we can look at them together. You can, of course, change the order, enlarge the sentence, make something completely different, whatever you want to. But the ideas must be the same.
Maria Pia, could you please write the chat the sentence you are starting from. So that's something
Yes.
like in both pictures, there are people enjoying their
Enjoying
time out.
their time out.
But then I don't remember how it continues.
However, it's in the chat. However, in the first picture, it's winter time. In the second picture, it's probably fall or autumn.
I've missed it. Okay, thank you.
No problems. You're doing very well, but you're doing at the first part, not at the second part of the, but it's okay. It's okay also, only the first part. Okay. Okay, shall we stop here? Okay, let's stop here. Don't worry if you haven't written anything, doesn't matter. It was only to show you how you could, you know, enlarge your English, your knowledge of English. Using word hippo, you can take any sentence and change it. And in this way, you need to look for synonyms, antonyms, and so on. And, you know, you learn them. Let's have a look at what you have written. Just a second. All right. So in both pictures, oh no, this was the original. In both images, we can see people having fun in spending some time relaxing in the nature. Perfect. Having fun instead of enjoying, spending some time relaxing in the nature. Perfect. In the two images, we can see some friends taking pleasure, spending their spare time in the open, sarebbe stato meglio, open air. Perfect. We can see two photographs showing relaxed people on holiday. However, in different time of the year and in different settings. Well, the setting is more or less the same. It's a forest, a woodland, anyway, but okay. In each of the two photos, there is a couple who's having fun outside in the open air. Anyway, in picture number one, it seems like winter season, whereas in picture number two, you can deduct it's probably autumn season. Perfect. I like this, whereas in both images, two people are contemplating nature. We have two photos. The first one shows a man and a woman, while in the second one, there are two women. That's another good juxtaposition. While they're spending time together outside and they look like they're appreciating it a lot. This is also a good idea to show the impression you have. They look like they're appreciating it a lot. Where is it? The two images show us two humans who are appreciating a break in the nature. We have seen two photos in which there were two couples having good time in the nature. The main difference between the two pictures is the time of the year in which they were shot. One in winter time, the second probably in autumn. Perfect, bravissima, very good. That's Elena, wow. I'm impressed. The scene is quite different in the two photos, winter in one and fall in the other. The difference between the two images is the time of the year, cold winter in the first and maybe autumn in the second. But in the image, we can see initially it's cold because we are in the winter season. Instead, the falling peak shows it's fall. Yes, in these two pictures, we can see two couples making the most of their spare time. Okay, very good, very good. There's a boy sharing the snowy weather on a swing with his girlfriend, along with the two dogs. We're not sure it's his girlfriend. Might be, might not. But anyway, in the second picture, there are two girls looking like best friends, enjoying their time in front of the fire in a not so cold weather, according to their clothes. Yes. Perfect, fantastic. So what I wanted to show you here is how you can improve your English, the knowledge of your English, by using word hippo. It's a very, very useful tool, and this is a good exercise to make. Take a sentence and rewrite it in a completely different way. The first thing. The second thing is what I wanted you to do, but only a couple of you did it, was to find other ways of expressing not only the words, but also the conjunctions. For example, instead of saying in both pictures, you could say in each picture, for example, or in the two pictures, somebody wrote in the two pictures, or in the first picture, and similarly in the second one, or likewise in the second one, or for example, in the same way, you know, while the juxtaposition could be expressed with the while, okay, however, Whereas, somebody wrote whereas, very good. What else? Meanwhile, ho sbagliato a scriverlo. Meanwhile, by contrast, on the other hand, on the contrary, and so on and so on. These are all words which will be very, very useful to you, both when you talk and also when you write something. So yes, don't only limit yourself to looking for different words, the synonyms of the words, but also of the conjunctions and what are they called? I don't know, I'm not very good at grammar. Anyway, okay, good, perfect. Now, do you like this exercise? Do you think it will be useful to you? Okay. Now, what I would like you to do is, let's say first an agreement. No, let's start with the disagreement dialogue. Somebody says something and you have to say, I don't agree with you. How can you say, I don't agree with you in a polite way? Don't be silly. No. To say you don't think as the other person, the best way is first to acknowledge that there's a common ground. Something like, I see your point. I know what you mean. That's a good point. Yes, I agree with you on this. And then introduce the opposition. Yes, I agree with you on this, but we have to consider that. And if possible, unless you adopt a, how can I say, quite a sorry, unsecure way of telling your opinion, don't use I, use a more, how can I say, impersonal way of telling things, like, but it must be considered this. But we have to consider that. However, it should also be being taken into account this fact, okay? Because you don't want to go, you know, in opposition to the other person. Even if you do not agree with his ideas at all, nevertheless, there's no point in creating a how can I say, a fight, okay? So, shall we, who wants to start? Do you want to work in groups or individually? Groups? Okay, so groups of 2, 3, how many? How do I can't remember.
Three is the perfect number.
3, okay. How did I? No. How did I divide you in group last time? Because it's usually here at the bottom, but I don't know why.
Close the chat and the participants, and I think that you will see better all the icons that you have in the bottom.
Participants. No, that's the list of participants.
So if you close them, so you have the full screen, and in the full screen, it's easier to see all the bottom that you have.
No, sorry. What did you say? Participants?
No, not with participants, but if you close the lateral, menu. So if you leave only the screen, the wide screen, you should see all the, record, participant, chat, share screen, and all the options that you have in the.
Yes, I have the options, but I don't have the sharing the room splitting anymore. That's the point. I've got all the icons, sicurezza, partecipanti, sondaggi, chattare. What I don't have is why isn't it here anymore? Okay, doesn't matter. In the meantime, we can start individually, and in the meantime, I'll try to understand what's that's subtitles. Registrazione. How did I do it last time? I usually go on altro, but now on altro there is only switch on live streaming, so it's not good. Okay, anyway, let's work individually. Okay, who wants to start? Emanuele, say something.
Well, I say, can you repeat, please, what? Because I wasn't present when you explained it.
Okay, say something positive about coronavirus.
Well, positive. It's not easy to find find out
okay,
what
say something
positive
negative
has.
then.
Well,
okay. Say something negative then.
That coronavirus doesn't allow you to meet other friends.
Okay, doesn't allow you to meet your friends anymore. Right. Who wants to go on now? Of course, you have to, it's a disagreement dialogue. So you have to say, yes, but. You have to disagree with Emanuele. So who wants to go on?
Yeah, can I?
Sure, of course.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm running out of data, so I'm gonna use my camera as less as possible. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay, don't worry.
Okay, so Emanuele, I can see your point, but I can also say that, yeah, it's true, you can see your friends less than usual, but I think that in this time when you have to stay home, you can take advantage and do something that you don't usually do when you have time to share with your friends. For example, doing an online class. And yeah, that's one of the positive things that I found out about coronavirus. Like, I can work and study. So yeah, but still, sure, I miss going out with my friends as well.
Yes, perfect. Who wants to go on with Anna Chiara?
May I say something about Emanuele's point?
Sure, sure.
I can understand your point, and I can also agree with you. But I find that the fact that you can see your friends reveals to you how they are important sometimes. So to maintain the friendship, coronavirus perhaps has been important.
Fantastic. Okay, who wants to go on from Emanuela?
I would like to add something. For example, I agree with you, Emanuele, but I think we must also consider that we are lucky nowadays because we can actually get in touch with our friends thanks to devices and internet. We have a lot of possibility to get in touch with friends, and not only with friends. I know it is not the same thing that meeting face to face. I know personal contact is different, but if I think about 20, 30 years ago, maybe if it had happened 30 years ago, it would have been even more complicated because we would have been in a real isolation because no contact at all for a sort of reason.
Fantastic. Who wants to go on from Sandra?
And I?
Sure, Elena.
Okay. So I agree with Emanuele, but on the other hand, I think that during the pandemic period, we have more time to stay alone, and that's could be a good thing because we can think about
get back in contact with yourself.
Yes. Okay.
Fantastic.
Stay in contact with ourselves.
Yes, get back in contact.
Get back. Okay.
With yourself. Tornare in contatto con se stessi. Okay, who wants to go on?
Me. Okay, I see Elena's point, and I agree with her. As how important is to know better oneself. But I have to say that we are social animals, and we really need to have contacts with others. After going inside ourselves, we also need to go externally and see how it is. I see outside, yes, and see ourselves with the other's eyes. So, and having a direct contact with someone. So it's important to know ourselves, but it's also important to know ourselves through the eyes of the other people. So we really need to have contact with them.
Exactly. Fantastic. Who wants to go on?
May I?
Sure.
May I go?
Of course.
I agree with all of you, but not 100% because I can talk about my experience. I met a new friends in this period, and it is not it is, and I'm talking about my neighbor because this was the only face-to-face people we could meet, and so we found different friends because we have to adjust our lives and live the same way. So I think it has been a possibility to meet people that normally you don't know, you don't want to know.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not that you don't want to, but you don't care much, you know?
Yes.
Yes. Fantastic. So somebody else.
What are you speaking about? I've just arrived in the conversation.
We are having a disagreeing dialogue. Somebody says something and you have to disagree with him or her. But of course, the idea is that when you do not agree with someone, you don't simply say, I don't agree with you, because this is not very polite, and normally it doesn't, you know, bring to a good solution of the dialogue. Normally, what you do is first find a common ground. Say something like, I know what you mean. I can see your point. I agree with you in this. Something like you recognize, you know, part of the reasons of the other person, and then you add your own point of view, so that this is much better accepted by the other person, and it really helps to go on with the dialogue. and he might think, he's more willing to consider your point of view, and you know, you can get together to
and the topic was
the topic was coronavirus, because I thought that there were good and bad things about it, and so we started with that.
Okay.
So,
can I continue?
Thank you, Nicoletta. Yes, please do.
Well, okay, I agree with almost everybody. There are many things I've discovered during this strange period, coronavirus period, but there are some things that I miss so much. And I think that the thing I miss the most is traveling. I want to travel again. I'd like to travel again, and I miss my trip to Plymouth in England during summer. During my summers, I really would like to go there. And well, this thing is I can't substitute with anything.
Right.
I can.
Okay, so who wants to go on?
Maria Pia, excuse me, I wanted to ask, if I assent or consent, I consent with you?
Yes, it's an old-fashioned way, though. It's an old-fashioned way. No, I'd better say, yes, I agree with you, or I can see your point, or you're absolutely right on this, but, or I totally...
Something like, in Italiano, te lo concedo. Something like, okay, te lo concedo, but no. There's something similar in English.
I don't know, let me think about it.
Okay. But consent is old-fashioned. You don't.
Yes, it's a little bit old-fashioned.
Okay.
Let's see in word hippo what they would say. Consent.
Maria Pia, I saw that they put some words, but they don't put the preposition, you know. I don't know which preposition I have to use with that kind of verb. For example, I don't know. I agree, but they don't say with. I agree.
Okay, agree with. In this case, you should go to sentences.
Okay.
And find the word in sentences.
Thank you.
So, okay, so in this case, there are the examples. So now I've put consent, but if you put, what was it, agree, you would find the word agree inserted into sentences.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, so where were you, what were we looking for? Oh, te lo concedo, mission, sanction. I think they say something, such a thing.
Probably because every language has its own, way of.
Anyway, yes, so don't think in Italian. If you think in Italian, you'll never.
Yeah, I know. It's my problem, Maria Pia.
No.
So it can be you are absolutely right, but.
Yes.
I partly agree with you. Parzialmente, no? Sì.
I partly agree with you, or I totally agree with you.
I grant you, maybe.
Thank you, Emanuele. That's a good idea. I grant you. Perfect.
Is it used? Is it used? Yeah.
I grant you. Yes.
I grant you.
That's what we were looking for, Emanuele. Thank you very much. I grant you that blah, blah, blah. But, okay.
But used, Maria Pia. I grant you. Is it used? Or is it too?
Yes, it's used a lot. Okay. Yes, it is. Yes. Okay, so who wants to go on? Are you tired of this? Or shall we do? Okay, Mariana, go.
Hi, Nicoletta. I think you're right.
and I totally agree with you. But if you can travel abroad, you can discover the treasures that are in our cities and just near our homes where we never go.
Yes, this is a good occasion to blah, 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 to visit our own city and what's around us. Yes, good. Who wants to go on? Are you tired of this?
I agree with you, but we have to consider that when this bad period will be finished, we probably could enjoy so much, embrace each other and hug each other.
And we'll appreciate it even more. We'll appreciate it even more. Appreciate. Yes. Right. Okay. So this is the idea of how to handle a conversation in which you do not agree with the other one. Okay. Not like our politicians who make offensive statements on the person instead of replying to the ideas or these kind of things. Right. Can we do an agreement dialogue? A dialogue in which you say, I absolutely agree with you. Moreover, and I would add, and not only, but also you add something of your own. Shall we try that? Okay, who wants to start? About any topic you want to. I wanted a topic which is...
I can
okay,
start.
Mariana, thank you.
I think that the travel is a good topic because everybody in this group
loves traveling.
Loves traveling, yes.
Yes. So
traveling open your mind and opens your mind, and you can meet a lot of people around the world and make new friends.
Fantastic. Who wants to go on now?
I totally agree with you, Mariana, because yes, it's a good way. It's also good, but it's also a good way to know new cultures and different ways of living.
It still is, Sandra. It still is.
Sorry?
It still is. I had my heart bleeding when you say it was a good way. It still is.
Yes,
we'll travel again. We'll go back to traveling.
One day, sooner or later, we will see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes, yes.
I'm trying to visualize the light, lighting a lot of candles.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, it is a good way to know new cultures and new ways of living, and actually, it's like if you were wearing a new pair of glasses when you go abroad, and I love traveling and meeting new people. I like the idea of having friends all over the world. It really. I agree with you. It opens your mind. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Somebody else?
And it is also possible to experiment different foods.
Okay. Who wants to go on?
Did she say to try new food? What is she talking about? Food? Yes, it's a good way. I agree with you. I try everything when I go abroad, But when I go back home, I think the best food in the world is it the Italian food. I'm sorry about that.
No, because you grew up with it, of course.
I like anything. I eat anything.
Me too. Yes.
I try anything. But when I come back home, I think we are very lucky. Italy is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and food is the
Yes,
best.
but you know what? That's also because you grew up with it. For example, I've got a Japanese friend. She loves Italian food, but when she was pregnant, she desperately wished for some traditional Japanese food, because she had grown up with it, you know. I would never miss a miso soup, but she desperately, wished for a miso soup. And that's only a question of a habit, probably.
Of course, it happens to me with espresso coffee. I miss all the time. I miss it all the time. But actually, one thing which I find very interesting is that I pick some food up from different traditions in my everyday life. For instance, I eat porridge sometimes because I really like it.
It is good. Yes.
This is what I was, yeah. I totally agree. I totally agree with her. In fact, I was, moreover, in fact, I wanted to say that we can grasp, how is it said, some recipes, delicious recipes from abroad, and to import them in our daily life. No, another word. Lifestyle, exactly.
Yeah.
Or how is it?
Cuisine.
Yeah, cuisine.
Cuisine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Perfect. Who wants to go on now?
I can surely subscribe to your point of view. Besides, I have to add that in the beginning I couldn't eat any foreign food because I wasn't used to, but then I learned that foreign food is also foreign culture, and so I tried, and now I really like to taste, even if sometimes it isn't so good for my stomach or something. I like to taste different sapori,
tastes.
Taste some tastes. See, can we say to taste different tastes?
Yeah, different tastes. Yes.
So I like very much to do that. And sometimes I force myself to do that. I like to try.
Okay, so do you want to go on a little bit more, or are you getting tired of this?
Yes, I can add something, because I think that a good way to travel is travel alone, because you can, if you are alone, you can meet much more people, and then if you are with your friends, for example. And that could be a good way to become more self-confident, I think.
Yes. Yes, travel è il verbo. Quando lo fai come sostantivo è meglio farlo formining. Traveling alone allows you to meet many more people. People is always plural. People è sempre considerato plurale, quindi non much more, ma many more.
Okay, many more.
Yes, thank you. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Do you want to go on?
Can I say I would comply with you, Nicoletta? Well, I look for comply in people. Comply. I comply with you, Nicoletta. Moreover, I would add that in this time you can spare a lot of money and stay in Plymouth 1 month more.
More next time, stay longer the next time.
Longer, yes, longer.
Okay, anybody else who wants to add something?
Yeah, could I add one more thing?
Of course, everybody can.
Okay, I agree with all of you, okay, on all these different aspects of traveling. What I also find very amazing about traveling is getting ready, prepare for the travel. I mean, looking at the places I'd like to visit, find out information about not only the places, but the food, about curiosities, about those things that are not in the tourist guides. Okay, so that's, in my opinion, that's where my traveling starts. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
The journey starts from the moment you start to, how can I say, plan it.
Yeah, or even when you start thinking about it. Okay.
Even, yes. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
Monica. And also packing is a very exciting moment because you dream a lot about what you're going to do in the new places. So packing is a very special moment to me.
Fantastic. Ok, I think we're doing very well. What do you think? Penso che stiamo andando molto bene, no? Did you want to say something, Anna Chiara?
Yes, so I
Sorry.
agree. Yes, I agree 100% with Elena and and all the others. In fact, I think that traveling alone is a very good thing, and I traveled alone twice, and both times I've never felt lonely, although I was alone. Okay, and I also agree with other people when they said that even packing is a very nice moment, and I think planning the trip is a good moment, and it's also formative for yourself. It helps you to understand how to plan your day and organize yourself.
Yes, definitely. Somebody else wants to say something? Traveling really is an appealing topic to all of us. That's why probably we are so interested in studying English. Okay. So, do you think this is a good exercise for you to having a agreement dialogue and a disagreement dialogue and these kind of things? Yes. Now, what can we do? Okay, we can make up a story. Let's say you want to convey an emotion. We have to guess what the emotion is by listening to your story. Okay, so for example, if you wanted to convey the emotion of sadness, why did I choose sadness? Anyway, you can say something like, oh, no, I don't want sadness. I want something happier. But anyway, as an example, if you want to convey the emotion of sadness, you can say, I heard the bad news yesterday. One of my friends broke his leg. So the other ones have to guess the emotion. For example, sorry, no. You were sorry? No, I wasn't. You were worried? No, I wasn't. You were, till they come out with the right word, sad or sadness. Okay? Is it okay? So who wants to start? Do you want to, yeah, let's do it individually. Who wants to start? Chi vuole iniziare? Who wants to start with?
I want to start.
Good, Federica.
Okay. So I'm quite concerned because I tried to phone my mother, and I started yesterday to try. And yesterday I rang to my mother 2 times and never answered. And I tried again this morning. I tried. Sorry. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
I tried again this morning, and I haven't received any answer. And also, my brother doesn't answer to my. Is
it true? Is it a true story?
No, it's not a true story.
Oh, good. I feel better. Okay, so you're anxious.
Okay.
You're worried.
Yes, of course. I'm anxious. Yes.
Anxious. Okay,
Yes.
anxious. Perfect. I was beginning to worry. Okay, perfect, Federica. Fantastic. Who else wants to try? I will not reply this time. You have to guess. Questa volta non risponderò io, dovete indovinare voi. But who wants to try and make us understand the emotion?
Can I?
Sure. Thank you, Anna Chiara.
Okay, so for the first time, I decided to make bread. Okay, so this morning I had to start at school at 8, but when I woke up at 5:30, I could make the first part of the dough, and then I came home at noon, and it raised like the yeast, like I got the paste. Yes, I got the pastry done, and then so I made the second thing, and it raised again, and I got to cook my bread, and I had a taste, and it was so delicious.
So, emotion?
Is it enough?
Eh?
Is it enough, or should I add something else?
Satisfaction. Satisfaction.
Satisfaction?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Proudness, satisfaction, yes.
Between the satisfaction or excitement, I don't know.
I would have said surprise, but it's okay. Right. Who else?
Yeah, it was all together, yeah. Satisfaction. And it's a true story, too, though.
Okay. Fantastic. Who wants to try?
Yes.
Who wants to make up a story? Go, Sandra.
This morning, I gave my pupils a progress test, a written progress test, and it never happened before. It was the first time in 4 years, which is the time I've been teaching them, that I spent 2 hours in complete relax, because they were so concentrated in handling the test that I couldn't believe my eyes.
Surprise.
Is it a true story?
Yes, it is absolutely. So today is a very, it's a very good day for me, because it was a very large classroom. So 25 pupils. I'm very excited all the time. But we
proud.
We did it.
Yes. Elena asked surprise.
Yes, I was surprised. Very, very surprised. Because
that's the emotion you wanted to convey.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, classroom.
Also, Sandra.
Yes.
Sandra, also relief.
Relief.
Really, yes.
Can be.
Because I never had, it never happened before. I was constantly saying, stop talking, don't chat, don't stand up. Now, because maybe I changed my attitude, but it happened. Yes, it was. So,
did you change your attitude?
Change attitude. Yes, I arrived in the classroom very with a different attitude. I explained very calmly, very quietly. I gave directions, very
clear,
very precise directions. I said what they were allowed to do and what they were not allowed to do. And so it worked.
It worked. Good. Good. You never stop learning.
No, never.
Okay, classroom refers to the room.
Yes,
Class, if you mean the people. No, it's okay. It's okay. So, who else wants to try? Who else wants to try?
Me?
No,
Yes,
Maria Pia, can I ask
Christina.
you? Can I? No, I just wanted an explanation.
Yeah, Tiziana, go on.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask to you, was the last person astonished?
Astonished, could be.
About what
Astonished.
happened?
That would be very, wow, completely unexpected. So astonished is stronger than surprised.
Yes, I was astonished.
But perfect, yes. Okay, so Christina, did you want to say something?
Yes, for instance, yesterday I heard a notice from the news related to a big earthquake in the Antarctica. And so I would like to ask you about my emotion and even the emotion of the scientists living in the camp, the Antarctic camp base. You know, true emotions.
They were worried.
No.
Scared or afraid.
Afraid.
Afraid, okay, could be.
Yes. I was also thinking about panic.
Frightened. Sorry, Christina?
I was also thinking about panic, you know.
Oh, panic, yes. Could be, yes. Panic, yep, right. Concerned, perfect, yes. Good. Right, so, do you want to go on? Do you want to do something else? I don't know, shall we do something else? Do you want to go on, Nicoletta?
No, can I? Yeah,
Yes, please.
Well, last Friday, I had another course, not an English course, something about ICF and pay and something in for special education needs students. And there was a teacher who was very, very different. The course was different. And I was, after 1 hour, my eyes were closing and I was like something like that. So what emotion was it?
Boring, bored.
Boring, yes. Good.
Annoyed, no.
Annoyed, could be annoyed. Annoyed però, no. Annoyed più nel senso di scocciato. Essere scocciato, non annoiato.
Yeah.
Ok, to be annoyed è più essere scocciato per qualcosa.
No, I was bored.
Bored, yes, bored or it was boring, yes. Thank you for the thank you for the comparison. When you said not like you. Grazie per aver
My eyes are open now, so.
Thank you. Okay, so who else wants to do something, or shall we do something else?
Me?
Yes, please.
I can't wait to do this examination about the concorso because I'm very tired, but I really would like to go over this exam and to plan my future. I can't wait to do this.
Excited.
Excited.
Looking forward.
Yeah, expectation, looking forward to.
Is she tired?
Enough. Can confirm it. Helpful. Like to say, I can't wait to. It is
impatient.
It is anxious.
Impatience. Could be impatience.
Impatience.
Impatient, okay, too, yes. Patience, okay. Maria Pia, could it be to be eager to?
Yes, to be eager to do the
something.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it conveys an emotion, but it's there isn't a word for that emotion. Sì, è vero, è un'emozione, ma non c'è. Impatience would be the word. Il termine sarebbe impazienza. Non veder l'ora di non è una vera e propria emozione, ma comunque va bene, yes. To be eager to do the exam. Yes, I'm looking forward to the exam. I'm eager
to be impatient. To be impatient.
Yes.
Maria Pia, sorry, impatient, is this the correct way to write it? Impatience with C is not T.
Impatient means you are impatient.
Okay.
Impatience is the emotion.
No.
Impazienza. Impatience is impazienza. Impatient is impaziente.
No, okay. Because I remember a song and
scusa, dici che è scritto con la T. Ok, could be. Let's check. Sorry. Let's check.
Impatient.
Could be. Let's check it.
Impatient.
Con la
maybe.
T?
With the first C is a T, I think. I'm not sure. I remember this song of the Guns N' Roses. Do you know Guns N' Roses?
Let's check.
Impatient. Yeah.
Come on. I could have used this one though.
I remember impatience with the C letter and the impatient with the T.
Impatience. Yes, you're right. It's with a T.
Ok.
Però vedi che c'è anche la eagerness, impazienzabilità, quindi eagerness.
But as an adjective would be, there is an adjective.
Impatience con la T, hai ragione, impatience, e c'è anche la parola eagerness. Quindi to be eager, there is also eagerness. Good. That's interesting, I didn't know it. Yes, so thank you. Impatience with a T.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
Also greedy could be greedy, yeah, also greedy.
Greedy, ma greedy vuol dire più... greedy è più, come si può dire?
Affamato.
Avido, sì, ingordo. Esatto.
Maria, like Donald Duck is.
Like Donald Duck. He's a very greedy person. Yes.
La struttura I can't wait. Regge.
I can't wait.
Regge il tu dopo o la formellinga? I can't wait.
I can't wait to do something. I can't wait. Yes. Perché è vero, wait for someone, but wait, I can't wait to do something. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait to, I don't know, to see the movie.
No.
I can't wait to see the movie.
And Maria Pia, can you also say, I look forward to seeing? I look forward.
Yes, yes. After, allora, perché è così? Ah, perché il to, look forward to is the verb. So it's followed by the verb meaning. This to is not the to of the infinitive, it's the to which is part of the verb. Look forward to,
verb, like a phrasal verb.
Yes, it's a phrasal verb and it's all together. So it's followed by the ing form. Sì. Questo to non è il to dell'infinito di to see, ma fa parte del phrasal verb look forward to. E quindi poi è seguito dall'ing. Yes.
And I look forward to is a preposition, and as a preposition wants the ing form.
Okay. Forward to meeting you, for example. I look forward to meeting you. Okay? So it's not a to of the infinitive, but it's a to of a preposition. Okay? Yes, thank you very much indeed. I'm still trying to split you up into rooms, but I'm not able to do it anymore. I don't know why. What happened? Anyway.
Maria Pia, are you the host of the
Yes, I checked. I am the host. So, sì, ho controllato quello. Quindi non so.
May I suggest if you click on the participants, if you click on the participants, at the bottom of the participants list, there are a lot of symbols. Is there
Cancella tutto. Pausa necessità, applausi, mi piace, non mi piace.
No.
Ma non capisco perché l'ho fatto decine di volte, ma adesso non...
Che dall'account online risulta attivata l'opzione di fare gruppi, quindi non ti so dire Maria Pia come non si riesce.
Maria Pia, once it happened to me, I was using Meet. It happened to me that a colleague of mine, she came inside Meet with not with the Chrome, Google Chrome, but with Safari. And she had less opportunities to do, for example, to present. She only could present the whole screen, not the other options.
Yeah.
This can be,
Okay, doesn't matter. We work all together. It goes like this today. Oggi va così. We'll work all together, no problems. Okay, so what would you like to do now? I wanted to split you into rooms because I wanted to make a proposal to you to write something which could be a poem or a small video or maybe a painting or maybe, I don't know, a song, if you want to make a song. And I thought you could work in groups, but I'm not able to form the groups anymore. So we'll have either to work individually or all together. What would you prefer?
All together.
All together. Okay. So shall we make a rhyme or a video or a song or a picture or I don't know. What would you like to do? A song? Federica wants a song. Okay. Shall we make a song on what? All the positive things of coronavirus? No, mi odiate se parlo ancora del coronavirus. No, something positive.
Oh.
Maybe it can be the teacher lifestyle in the coronavirus period.
Okay.
That is very strange.
Let's start with choosing a music. That's a music collection.
Pirata.
A parrot?
No, I wouldn't. I can't do things like this. I have to learn.
No, okay. The idea was to make a song using word hippo with the rhymes. My idea was we could use a word hippo with the rhymes and make a song out of that. It was also an idea to show you how you could make a song, I don't know, taking some free copyright music. For example, what would you like? Memories. Let's see. Okay, it lasts 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes actually, 3 minutes. And it goes like that. Now I see that we are free to use this music, but no song making. But it's okay, we're doing something, we're not, you know, doing something to I don't know, to share around, to circulate around. So I think we can do it among us. So let's decide for the words. Okay, so topic first. Topic is, what was the topic? How to teach? No, what was the topic?
Mine was a suggestion, but if you can do whatever you want.
No, whatever you want to, no problems.
It was the teacher lifestyle during the coronavirus period.
Okay. During the coronavirus period. Okay, teacher's lifestyle during the coronavirus period. It's a difficult topic for a song. Okay, so a song. Okay, so what's the teacher's lifestyle during the coronavirus? Do you want a happy, how can I say, a serious song? I mean, a song or something like, you know, something to amusing. You want
it's amusing.
We are
Something amusing. Okay, something amusing. Okay, so who wants to say something about the teacher's lifestyle during the coronavirus?
I just want to say one thing. Just one thing. This morning, somebody thought I was a window cleaner because I was with all my bags and things and sack for with the material for my classroom, for my class, and somebody said, "Ah, you are the window cleaner." No, I'm not.
I'm the teacher.
I'm the teacher. Okay.
Okay, so let's start. Teachers had to reinvent themselves. Could be the first line. Who wants to say a second line?
But Maria Pia, we have to consider the song.
Yeah, then we will put it together with the music. Because
we've been building up a song.
Yeah, the idea was to put it together with the music since at the very beginning. But then I discovered that the music is free for use, but we cannot make a song using that music. So I thought, okay, let's forget about the music for the moment. Let's write the words, and then maybe at home by ourselves, we can put them together.
Okay.
So teachers had to reinvent themselves. Who wants to add something? Something funny if you want to.
Computer
But we don't
is the
have to
new
lose
class.
ourselves.
Okay, one at a time, sorry. Computer.
Oh.
Who was saying? Computer?
Is the new class. Is the new class.
Okay, is the new class. Right, go on, Emanuele.
Well, I wanted to make a rhyme with themselves.
Ah, okay.
Teachers had to reinvent themselves, but we don't. We as teacher don't have
Good.
to
We
lose
don't have
ourselves.
to lose ourselves. Good. Fantastic. Teachers had to reinvent themselves, but we don't have to lose ourselves. Computer is the new class. So we're rhyming. Okay, let's go on with the rhymes.
We can reach all the mass.
Okay. We can reach
the whole mass.
over mass. Okay, then
Computer is our class. Has it?
Sorry, Tiziana?
What was it? A computer is our class, and the last one was?
We can reach over mass. Possiamo raggiungere l'intero mondo, chiunque. Poi, who wants to say something?
Computer is our class.
It was a good idea, but we don't have to lose ourselves.
Like
That was a difficult topic, Federica.
We have a lot of limits.
We have a lot of
limits. But we follow children's spirits.
I can't hear you very well. Can you write it? You can write it if you want to.
Of course.
Oh, but we follow pupil spirits. We have a lot of limits, but we follow pupil spirits. Fantastic, it's coming out very nice.
It was related to the materials that you gave us during
okay,
these 2 weeks.
Right, good. So, anybody else?
I can suggest a refrain.
Yeah, can you write it on the chat? Or a refrain? Well, okay, but was there a refrain on the music? I don't know, maybe
No,
yes.
refrain. I don't know. Ritornello.
A refrain e un ritornello.
But I have to pronounce it. I wrote it. I don't know if it's okay, but I have to pronounce it because it should sound like.
Hey, students, switch your videos. Videos sarebbe meglio on.
But it should be something like. It should be something like, "Hey, students, switch your videos on." Dun, dun.
Okay, right. Then something which rhymes with on.
Don't leave me alone, something like that.
Okay.
Nice.
Fantastic.
And
don't sorry, and don't leave me alone.
No,
and don't leave me alone.
All in all, it was another lesson in a dad, something like that. Another lesson.
Another lesson in.
But it is long.
Another lesson in that, something which rhymes with the dad. That's difficult.
We don't want to stick in mud.
We don't want to
stick in mud. You know the word for fungo?
Ah, mud.
Yeah.
Stuck. Stick.
Can you write it?
Probably stuck. Probably stuck. It's better.
I have a few lines. Can you write them down?
Yeah, can you write them down?
Yes, because I teach in primary school and it's something that actually happened to me and it made me smile a lot.
Good. But before yours, Chiara, what was the other line which rhymed in with the dad?
Oh, sure.
Can you write on the chat? Who was it?
Yes, I'm writing.
Thank you, Christina. Sorry.
I'm not sure.
We don't want to
right.
stuck in we don't want to stuck in mud. Okay, perfect. Go on, Chiara.
Yes, it's 4 lines actually.
Fantastic. We're going on very well.
Yeah, I was lost for a minute. So.
Don't be afraid to turn on the camera.
Oh yeah, okay. Here. There.
There's something the kids ask. Teacher, take it off for a while, please. I forgot your smile. Okay. Fantastic. In primary school, we wear the mask, and there's something that kids ask. Teacher, take it off for a while, please. I forgot your smile. Fantastic. Don't be afraid to turn on the camera. There should be something which rhymes with the camera in between. Who wants to make something rhyming with camera? around.
Don't be afraid. No, I don't remember if when someone told, "Don't be afraid to turn your camera on," you could say, "All we need is love." It could be similar.
Okay, don't be afraid to turn the camera, your camera on. Better.
It is on. It is different, but could be all we need is love, or all we need is. Could be, but
yes, it's
different.
Yeah.
What we need is.
Okay. We can go on for once. It doesn't matter. Okay, in primary school, we wear the mask, and there's something that kids ask. Teacher, take it off for a while. Please, I forgot your smile. Very nice. I love it. Okay. So how can we put it together with the music now? Okay, let's do this. I'll send you the words and the music, and we try to put it together by ourselves. What do you think? Is it a good idea or a stupid idea?
We should. You should sing.
Well, it's interesting, or maybe we can find ourselves another song, another music, because it is not easy
if you want to, yes. Yeah, there might be another music which you can use also for a song, but it's okay. Right, so this was an idea of, something to do while online, because I heard that most of you are teachers, and so I also wanted to give you some ideas of activities you could do online. Right, but let's do something different. Okay, going back to the exams. Going back to the exams, how are the listening going on? Come andate con gli esercizi di ascolto?
Average.
Reading, speaking. Okay, the speaking test. So the speaking test is okay, first something about yourselves. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is, and this is my colleague so-and-so, and these are the questions. Then they're going to ask you one of these questions. So where are you from? What do you do here or there? How long have you been studying English? What do you enjoy most about learning English? And then according to what you say, they can go on with a couple of another couple of these questions here. So this is what you have to get ready for the exam. For the first 2 minutes, but one each. Two people, 2 minutes, one each. 3 people, groups of 3, 3 minutes. Okay. Then the second part is to compare 2 photos, 2 pictures, and see why the people might be doing these things together, how they might be feeling. Okay, so not only describe the picture, but also, make some deductions. What you think they're doing, why you think they are there, and so on. Why did they chose that activity, that place, and so on and so on. Okay, and then And then one of the students ask a question to the other about about his or her pictures, and the other one has to reply, and vice versa. Okay. If their activities, see, the pictures are different. How helpful the activities might be, and so on and so on. Okay, so this is the first set of pictures, candidate A, let's say, and this is the second set of pictures for candidate B. So candidate A must choose two pictures among these three ones, out of these three. Maybe the first and second, or the first and third, or the second and the third, and must reply to the questions: why might the people be doing these things together, and how might the people be feeling? They always ask about the feeling. Okay. And candidate B must choose two pictures out of these three and reply to the questions: how can students benefit from doing these different activities, and how helpful might the activities be in preparing them for their future lives? Okay, so you must be prepared to talk about the pictures, comparing them, and at the same time answering to the questions given. Then in part 3, you have to talk about something together for about 2 minutes, or 3 minutes if it's a group of 3. Okay, so they give you, for example, is it best for people to make decisions on their own or to ask others for advice? Okay, so the first person says something, and the other one has to agree or disagree with him or her and add something, you know, by himself, and so on and so on. So this is the agree or disagree part. Do you want to try this one? What might people have to consider when making these decisions? Finding a job, getting married, moving to another country, starting a family, choosing a university. Let's start with the first one. What might people have to consider when making this the decision of finding a job? Who wants to? Okay, doesn't matter. Who wants to? Oh, perché è venuto fuori così? No, non mi fa incollare, vabbè. Finding a job. What must people consider when finding a job? So in this case, candidate A has to talk for a while, and candidate B has to agree or disagree with him or her, adding something else. And then again, candidate A can agree or disagree, adding something else, and so on and so on. So shall we try this one? What must people consider? What should people consider, take into account when finding a job? This is the topic. Who wants to start?
Or maybe he or she has to consider their priorities, what his or her priorities are in looking for a job.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the loan or a job which satisfies him or her, or the, I don't know,
salary,
yes.
satisfaction, free time.
Free time, yes.
Also, can I add? I think it is important to decide the location too. Someone is can decide it according to the place where he or she lives. If she wants to stay in that place, or to move, or to go abroad, and so on.
Yes.
The place is also important.
Yes, if they're willing to move. By the way, when you don't know whether the person is a man or a female, instead of saying he or she all the time, you can simply say they or their. Oh, scusate come ho scritto they. They or their. Okay, for example, I think a person should consider their priorities. Ok, una persona dovrebbe considerare, lo so che there è plurale, però siccome non sappiamo se dire his or her priorities, they switch to their. Ok? There sarebbe plurale, ma quando non si sa se dire his or her, loro passano a their. Okay? Is it already 7:30? Oh, it's already 7:30. Okay, sorry. We'll do this next time. Suggestions about, I don't know, what did you like best about this lesson, and what did you like the least about it? What did you like the best and what did you like the least? Cosa vi è piaciuto di più, cosa vi è piaciuto di meno di questa lezione?
No, it's both. I think everything is very stimulating, also because it's not the same things, so it's nice to do different things sometimes. Not
okay,
always.
You liked the changing, yes.
Yeah, it's nice.
The variation. Okay. What's most important for me is, what did you like the least? This is very important for me.
Finding rhymes, that was difficult.
Finding rhymes, that was difficult.
It's fine. It's nice. It's nice also to me, Maria Pia. I found out the rhyme. Rhyme. Sorry. Look, I look. Don't be afraid to turn your camera on. You don't need to wear a papillon.
Why not? Yes. Fantastic. You don't need a papillon. You don't need to wear a papillon. Fantastic. That's perfect, Tiziana.
It's my first rhyme, so it's important to me also, because I have never had such a rhyme in a conversation.
Yeah, because sometimes when somebody knows they are, on a camera, they, oh my God, my hair, so you don't need to wear a papillon. Fantastic.
It fits better than the other one, that love.
Yes, because love wasn't really a rhyme, was it? So, yes. But the question was, what did you like the least, apart from the rhymes? Okay, rhymes. I will never propose rhymes again.
I liked it.
Maria Pia, if we are here after the expiring time, it means that we love your lessons.
Okay, but I didn't want
Otherwise, we will be...
Okay, anyway, if you want to tell me anything, something to do, something to avoid the next time or whatever, feel absolutely free to tell me, okay? Right, so have a good fortnight.
Thank
you. If you want the listening, send me a text message, because I don't want to send materials to everyone, maybe people who don't want to receive them. So I don't want to stop people. Okay, so bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Zephyr, next time you talk too.
Okay, be sure.
Why were you so silent today?
As I told you, I wanted to